Welcome back to Fresh Out the Film. I am not kidding. I'm Gio, and we have no Mara during the preamble here. I really just want to hop on to kind of introduce what you guys hopefully saw in the title of our bonus episode, and just a little bit more. So I guess we'll start with the bonus episode. First, we're watching Sinners, or we have watched Sinners, and we are now doing kind of a mini review on it. It's our normal format, just kind of shrunk down a little bit. Now, if you did listen to our most recent episode, which was, what was it, the Fresh Out the Film year end, then you will have already heard this because it was a segment in that episode. So if that's the case, I suggest hopping in the back catalog. Otherwise, get excited for that in the next couple minutes. I do want to just say, again, if you're listening, thank you very much. We've taken a little bit of a hiatus. It's been about a month and a half off for us. Very busy time of year. And it was through December, but we're just doing our best with our schedules, and we're still looking to a bright future with Fresh Out the Film, so don't worry about that. And an especially bright, maybe shiny future with our Oscars episode coming up in just a couple weeks. So after this episode, I guess I'm announcing that quite early, but you will get to hear our Oscars. I think we're doing it before the Oscars come out, so our predictions more so. But be on the lookout for that. Thank you again for still being in here to listen. And let's talk about Sinners.
For this next segment, let's move on to what some people might think is being recorded in a local movie theater parking lot. But just kidding. We're staying here. It's Sinners.
Great job.
What? I should have proofread that before I read that.
That was good, dude. What are you talking about? That was perfect.
I didn't like the writing.
Hey, well,
I have a few
normally we
notes.
are recording this in a movie theater parking lot.
I have a few notes.
But yeah, dude, take it away. Host this.
See how I was gonna use that time to pull up the document and then you called on me?
I can take it away.
And now I need a second.
That's all right. This was, honestly, a big announcement because nobody even knows we watched Sinners. Nobody even knows that. Oh, actually, they do if they listen to, like, Bugonia or whatever.
Yeah. Okay. Let's chat real quick because I said I did not want to see Sinners, and we were not going to see Sinners on the podcast because I don't like to see like scary movies in theaters.
Yeah.
I get scared. I've gotten sick in movie theaters multiple times. Not actually in the movie theaters.
Was
I always
Deadpool
made
x
it to the
Wolverine
bathroom.
that scary for you?
Well, that wasn't scary. That was just like overstimulating as fuck.
Okay.
Like there were so many people, and it was IMAX, and it was like a lot going on. It was like whew, that was a lot. But
Makes sense.
it has happened, and I said after we saw this trailer so many times, and it was chilling in theaters, that I was not going to see it, and we weren't going to see it for the pod. So then G saw it. Gio, that is.
That's me.
And he told me to see it for multiple months. And then just, like a month ago, our cousin came out here. And
Friend of the pod, Lily. Cousin of the pod.
Cousin of the pod, Lily, came out here. And she wanted to see Sinners, and it was going back in IMAX.
Mm-hmm.
And so we all
To
saw
our
it.
dismay.
So in conclusion, I'm sorry because we could have done a podcast episode because I ended up seeing it in theaters anyway.
That's quite good.
So my
apology.
bad, but I did give Gio permission to, in the future, any scary movies that like are really good and we have to do a podcast episode on, he can just like fully like lie to me.
Yep.
And make me see that.
It'll be good. It'll be
Yeah.
terrifying.
Right. But
Convince you the next like Conjuring movie is a kids movie or something. That'll be great.
Exactly. But now I have seen Sinners. We're here. Sinners.
Yes, we are.
Directed by, of course, Ryan Coogler.
Third favorite.
Yep, starring Michael B. Jordan, Haley Steinfeld, Miles Caton, and Jack O'Connell. the score. Sorry, I did not write this breakdown. I'm sorry if it sounds a little robotic,
Did I
but
do something
Gio
wrong?
wrote it. It's just in a different order.
Oh no! Sorry.
so it's throwing me
I didn't
off a
study your
little
order.
bit.
I just wrote all this.
And I've also just like haven't seen these names before,
Yeah.
so my bad. Bear with me.
I can help with the score name if you want.
Yeah.
Ludwig Göransson did the score.
And who did the cinematography?
Autumn. Oh God. The cinematography is done by Autumn Durald Arkapaw.
Or we should learn that name because it was fucking incredible in this
unbelievable.
movie.
We'll know that name. 100%.
Yes. It was a 97% on Rotten Tomatoes, a 7.6 on IMDb, and a 4.1 on Letterboxd. Sorry, I did that in reverse, but
That's all right.
get the vibe.
It's my fault.
Oh, you're bad. Did it in reverse. The budget was $90 million, and opening weekend it made $48 million.
Nice. Not bad.
Yeah.
Not a bad start to that opening weekend for Sinners.
Not
Especially because that was a
bad.
word of mouth movie, so I guarantee it blew out its budget eventually. Because it was one of those where people went and started talking.
Yeah.
There's not many word of mouth movies anymore, so it's fun when
it's
one
true.
of those do happen. Yeah, so I guess we'll throw in the spoiler. This isn't a fresh air spoiler. This is a spoiler warning now, because we are going to get into the Sinner story real fast. We just have a quick synopsis that we'll go through. I'm just going to fly through it. Stop me if you had anything story-wise that you want to talk about. Hopefully I hit on enough beats so we don't miss anything. I don't know. I haven't actually read this.
Okay.
In 1932, twin gangsters Elijah and Elias Moore, a.k.a. Smoke and Stack, returned to their hometown in Mississippi after 7 years away in Chicago. They have plans to open up a juke joint to attract members of the black community. While they have a good turnout, the night is interrupted by the presence of vampires, led by the Irish immigrant named Remick. So yeah, that's the kind of the whole. Really, it takes half the movie to set that up. Half the movie is just your normal kind of like two dudes in the South starting a juke joint movie. I mean, it's just like that. It's like it's shot on film, so it just, especially in IMAX, I feel like I can tell so much more, and that does a lot for giving that old timey feel.
Sure.
Sets are beautiful.
Yeah.
The costumes, like with Smoke and Stack, because they're both played by Michael B. Jordan, but they're wearing like red and blue accents both. It's just a beautiful first act. Like honestly, the whole introduction to Miles that's his name, right? Miles, or is that his? I think it's Miles. I don't know. We'll find out. But basically, we get that whole introduction to the kid who plays the guitars, who's really good, and it's just. Yeah, I honestly, like, if it would have kept up that movie not turning into vampires, I probably still would have loved the movie.
Yeah,
wherever
absolutely. It was just, like, already, like, such a visually stunning movie.
Oh, yeah.
And immediately, the dialogue was incredible.
Oh, it's so good. Dude. So good. So, yeah, basically, after Remick turns Grace's husband and threatens to go after their daughter, she invites the vampires into the juke joint. Basically, after the whole time, they do the whole vampire thing of they have to be invited in. They keep picking off people. They get Stack, unfortunately, gets turned into a vampire. And, like, what was that like watching that movie? Because you didn't know it was going to be vampires, right?
Yeah, I had no idea. And Gio also told me, he's like, this is actually not that scary whatsoever. Like, there's about, like, 2 little jumps, but, like, it is not, and I was like, okay, cool. So then, these scary-ass fucking vampires start pulling up, and it's like, when he was, like, becoming, like, transforming into a vampire, I don't know. Is that the word for it?
Yeah, I think so.
Becoming a vampire, like, it was, haunting.
Brutal. A lot of blood, there were a few jump scares, not crazy amounts, but a lot of just freakish,
It was
violin
just,
sounds while like there would just be a jump and then the shot would end on a frame, from
oh my
behind,
gosh, it would literally make
side.
my like heart drop. Like that's the most like that was right
yeah.
where they would like float up and it would just stop.
Wait, are you crying? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. I saw your eyes tear up there.
I'm getting very.
Because you're sick right now.
It's because I'm sick, and I'm not sick. I have allergies.
I was just like, damn, I didn't know I scared you that much. Jesus,
it was terrifying. I will say.
No, it is. It's proper
and just
scary.
not knowing.
I'm not that scared of vampires, so it's like.
I didn't think I was. Well, I don't really know. What vampires really are there that are, like, scary?
Not the Twilight vampires,
Yeah, like,
right?
none of the ones in Twilight
Have you seen Interview of the Vampire?
Oh, no.
Some kind of scary vampire stuff in that one. But a lot of times vampires are just like, I'm just as scared as vampires as I am as, like, you know, whatever British dude on the street.
That's funny. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, like, they're not, like, over, like, like, they don't have any, like, super threatening features other than, like, fangs.
Like, great, I'll stay in the fucking sunlight and then stay away from you at night. Like,
Yeah,
I won't invite you into my
garlic.
house. Great, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, great, you stay there. I won't invite you in. Like, what are you gonna do? That was my one problem with that movie is it's impossible in a vampire movie because somebody has to make the mistake to invite them in at some point. I just wish they could come up with a way that was better than that, and I can't do it myself, and obviously the writers for that movie couldn't do it either because they had to have somebody just give in eventually. I wish there was a way to come up with that better, or so they could, like, accidentally say it, or I don't know, just something that was better than the girl just getting, you know, being angry that her husband was gone essentially and just giving up.
Right. Yeah.
But she was like, come in, you motherfuckers, or whatever, so it was kind of sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she invites the vampires in, and then, Grace goes out with her husband, while Slim, Perline, and Annie are all fatally wounded. Smoke and Stack get into a battle, a nice brother-on-brother, Michael B. Jordan on Michael B. Jordan fight. Smoke spares his brother, though, as we see at the very end of the movie. Smoke and Sammy kill Remick, the main vampire. Unbelievable performance from Jack O'Connell. Remick. Talk about that song that what's it called? The whole Irish jig that they sing together. You know what I'm talking about? Come on, where they're all outside and they start dancing together.
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. I don't know what it's
called.
called.
Do you know what the song is?
No.
It's like, traveling down. Oh man, I want to know the song because I want to sing it right now, but I can't think of the song. But the whole choreography, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, and it is just that, like, amazing ability that he has to just switch from, like, looking like, such a nice looking guy to, like, boom, like, terrifying insane. In a
Pure
moment.
Menace. Yeah, Sammy flees, Remick's dead, Smoke stays behind to take on the KKK and kills them all, which is a great moment and just so fun to watch. And then we go, the last scene, 1992, we get this awesome scene with Sammy, an old Sammy, and sees Stack and Mary, who haven't changed. And, it's unbelievable. I got to talk with Lily a lot, our cousin of the podcast, Lily. I went on a walk with her the next day, and we got into a really deep conversation about, like, simulation or something. Just, cultural inclusion and what that means for culture to evolve or not evolve, and how culture can get stuck at points. And the way that this movie kind of plays with these themes is really interesting and is a lot to think about, heavy for sure.
Yeah.
But that's really it for Sinners, and they all live happily ever after.
And they all live happily ever after.
So yeah,
sort of.
It's a great ending, I think, to that movie. The final scene is really cool, seeing everybody grown up and seeing Stack. Stack and Haley Steinfeld, whatever her character's name, still stuck in their ways.
Yeah.
You know, although they've evolved, they're still the same people. And it's just it's interesting because Sammy's changed. He's a different person. It's a very, very easy way to give some, you know, an artistic meaning to the end there, because you literally see Sammy's a different actor and these two are played by the same. Yeah. And it works, and so it's just
Yeah, completely.
Do you want me to move us forward to...
Oh, sorry. Is that me?
No, I was just wondering if you had anything else before. I didn't want to cut you off.
Oh, no, I don't.
No?
No.
Okay. Yeah, and that's the end of our story. So now it's you, I guess.
Was that all you were...
I forgot, because I said I was hosting, but I did say you were hosting this little part. Next is favorite scene, least favorite scene is all it is.
Is it?
Yeah.
You think I'm going to be able to remember a least favorite scene? I can't even come up with a least favorite scene when we've just watched the movie.
We'll come up with one together for you.
Okay.
We'll come up with something.
Next we have... Was that on the document? Because I only saw... I thought it was your story, and that was...
No. There's the outro and stuff, the Critic Reviews, unfortunately. That's all right. It's not organized.
I see.
We didn't rehearse this or anything. We just flew into it.
We didn't whatsoever. We just talked about Stranger Things and then started.
All the better for it.
This is... Okay. Favorite scene.
I have mine. Do you have yours?
Yeah, you go though.
Okay. Mine is the one that I've talked about. It's the best single shot of the year, and it is the greatest scene possibly of any movie that I saw this year, which is when Sammy does his guitar solo, and we get the one shot of going through all the eras of African American music, essentially, and we see all these, and it goes to the point where they burn down all of this place that they're in around them, to where everybody's just dancing. It's a super artistic way to show, how music connects you to these different, layers of reality, spirits, and also vampires, because in that same one shot, it goes back, and as the beat drops, you see the heads of the vampires looking over from their point of what we can now see from the camera's view of the burnt down and all this magic being made with music. It is unbelievable. I've cried, watched it 3 times now. I made a short on it. I can't help but tear up during it. It's just this expression of art and music that is unbelievable. I can't get over it. And to introduce the vampires with that, it's so crazy. That's fine.
I'm going to be honest, it's really hard for me to think of a specific scene whatsoever from this movie that we saw so long ago. Like, I can't.
You can't think of a scene? I can throw out like a few of the better ones.
Like, I can think of things that happen, and I can picture it, but I can't like think of a specific scene that, like, that's hard for me to do of a movie that we saw so long ago. That I saw one time.
Oh, okay. I can just lay them out if you want.
Yeah.
You just want to lay out like 3?
Sure.
And pick one? Alright. I'm going to give you good ones.
Okay.
I've seen this movie like 3 times now, so I've got them in baked in.
Yeah. You gotta remember, I've seen it once.
The scene with, and
it was late at night.
Like you said. And apparently it didn't stick very much either, which I wonder where your ratings. Ooh.
It did stick for sure. Like, the scene, honestly, the only scene I could remember was that. But we talked about it for so long after.
Well, it's a lot of, like, just action. Okay, how about the scene when she invites the vampires in? Right? So, like, when all the action actually, when they start running through the doors and everything.
Yeah.
The scene where Remick starts burning at the end. After he puts the guitar in him.
Yeah.
And the dialogue conversation with Michael B. Jordan explaining how to eat out to Sammy is the other one that I'll put on there. Because I just think that's the funniest scene ever.
Yeah, that is funny.
And then they pay it off, too, which is just great. Those are 3 I'll put out for you.
Yeah, I'll go with her in inviting
in. Okay, so you do like that moment.
Yeah.
Because that's when the action flips. That's when it goes, because it obviously a vampire movie, it's like scary, but that's when it turns into just war.
Yeah.
So that's like the biggest tension.
Mm-hmm.
Least favorite scene now. We can just do it for the both of us, I think. That one is pretty much my least favorite scene.
Really?
Because I don't like the reason for them to go in, but the only other one that I could give, it would be the KKK scene at the end, just because it's not connected to the story enough. Like, they only had, like, not even a character, lines of dialogue saying that they bought that from a white man or whatever. So it was just not, like, I wasn't, like, that's a huge aspect of that time. It makes sense to have that there, but because it wasn't connected within the story as well as all the other themes, it just felt a little bit added on in it. That'd be fine.
Well, yeah. I mean, I just think, like, if you think about that time period.
No. I mean, the KKK is a very big part of
like, black, powerful, like, immediately, still, I feel like you're connecting that.
You gotta connect it to the movie. You can't just assume because of the time that, for me, personally, you can't just assume because of the time that we're all gonna be like, oh yeah, this fits in perfectly right here. Like a puzzle piece. Like,
see, that's interesting. That might be a subset of people that have had a different life experience than us, you could say.
Yeah,
see that much differently.
Very true, because that's like a big
doesn't
moment.
Immediately connect
that
for
idea
us.
might have been on their head a lot more than it was on my head as a white man too. So that's possible.
Yeah. completely. Because again,
also it's a good scene. I love killing. I like.
Yeah,
it's badass as fuck. It's not a bad scene.
We are for
Least
killing
favorite.
the KKK.
Yes.
Kill them all.
100%. Yeah. All right, so we're good there. Really, all we have is some critics' reviews at the very end.
Yeah.
So for the good, we have Peter Travers from the Travers Take. Michael B. Jordan and Ryan Coogler team up for their best work and most daring yet. A game-changing vampire gangster western musical that's divisive, dangerous, and primed to explode. 4.4. That sentence. A game-changing vampire gangster western musical. It does all those things and it works. And it's going to be like considered in the Oscars. Isn't that insane? Holy
It's amazing.
moly. For the bad, we have Nick Shager from the Daily Beast. Never coherently articulates or draws connections between its various concerns, proving a handsomely horrific vampire bloodbath that bites off more than it can chew. I hate this guy so much. Rotten score.
You read that in such a I could tell you hated him the way you read that.
Okay, I guess he could be leaning into my point of like the KKK thing, right? Like they didn't interconnect that to the story as much. Maybe he's like, you guys didn't like hint at vampires in the first act, and then they just showed up. What is that? That's all random. I like that about the movie personally.
Me too.
He didn't. All right, for our...
Wait, I feel like
What?
I'm sorry. That just sparked me to think about an earlier argument we had about a movie.
Really?
What was that about?
What?
About me liking that they completely didn't hit anything and just went into it, and you saying they needed some but this is not important whatsoever.
I normally do like that. Don't get me wrong, but I had that as the thing. Because remember, I knew it was going to be a vampire movie. So it wasn't for me.
You went in that with that.
So I wonder if I didn't know, maybe I would have still stayed on that side.
Yeah, I had no idea. But I loved it. I love when they do that. I think
tone shifts.
I always say when you hit, if you hint at something, it's great to have callback to where you can watch it back and be like, oh, it's so obvious. But that also leaves the risk of realizing what the twist was.
Not when it's done well, though. There's movies that do it perfectly. It's always the greatest twist of all time. The Prestige does it perfectly.
Sure.
Bruce Willis, please help. Wait, have you seen The Sixth Sense?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I was just gonna say, I see dead people. The Sixth Sense.
Well, that helped you think of it. Wow, that's a good little trick.
I just had to reframe the question, and it came to me immediately. But the twists that are float up to the best twist of all time, they're always those ones. At least that's what I feel like I've noticed. It's the ones that you rewatch and you see it the entire time, but you somehow didn't see because it's a trick. It's the coolest. It's a magic trick, you know.
I don't know. I think sometimes it can be. I think you're right.
It's completely. It's subjective.
But sometimes, I do love it when it's just everything that happened and everything that was leading up to the twist all happened off screen. We didn't see any of it, and it still makes sense. But we're like, fuck.
Yeah.
There's no way I could have guessed that. But I feel like that only works when you're doing multiple. You can't just do that and have just one reveal.
Right, like Crazy Stupid Love. That was my thing. I was like, hey, wait a minute. We didn't do anything to hint at this. We had one scene with this girl.
That was the movie.
Yeah, that was the movie.
You're right.
Oh yeah, that was the movie. So yeah.
Whoa! We got there. Wow, look at that.
We're doing so well. But yeah.
You're doing so well.
So yeah, Crazy Stupid Love. That was my problem with that movie is the fact that I didn't see it coming, so I guess I still am on that kind of wave, but I see why people can enjoy it because it is that much more surprising when you literally couldn't.
Yeah, but there were kind of multiple little things that went along with that where the pieces were coming together.
I watched that. I barely remember. I was super drunk watching that movie.
I see.
It was super late at night. Me and Wilder just sitting. Me and friend of the podcast Wilder just sitting around. I did. There's nothing. So I might be completely off on that. But if the movie did play out like I think it did, no.
No.
Oh, ratings. Sorry, I almost went on to the next thing. What is our ratings? You just want to give the rating since we're on short? Or do you want to do our whole spiel?
What? Oh yeah, we can just give the rating.
Just give the rating?
Yeah,
okay.
I think that's
For
fine.
mine, I am going to give big yawn from Cinna over there.
Wait, I am gonna do a little
Okay.
little spiel.
That's all right.
So if you want to do one too,
I gave
wanna...
him enough of a spiel. I just love Ryan Coogler and I love this movie.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful and I can't believe vampire movies this good. I'm gonna put it at a 4.7. 4.7 for me, ladies and gentlemen. Cinna agrees.
Yeah, I don't know if you could hear her,
The
but
cat agrees.
She agrees. She's joining us again today. Yeah, this movie, I thought it's just really what was incredible about it was the stuff we talked about at the beginning, and I just want to put an emphasis on it because I feel like Gio talked about it more than I did, so I just want to double down that I agree with that. It's just the cinematography is absolutely incredible, and the music is absolutely incredible, and the dialogue is absolute. Like, there are so many, like, everything that it takes to make a good movie, like, it exceeds, like, like, it's truly,
Well said.
it's, the only thing I'm gonna knock it down, like, a few points, just because I truly can't remember it super well, and that might have been the time we saw it at. I know we saw it, like, at night, like, there are so many different elements that could go into that, so I need to rewatch it a few more times, but I'm gonna go with a 4.8, I would say.
Wow, going
Yeah.
above me.
Well, it was gonna be a 4.9, but you went 7. I was like, oh, let me readjust.
Like,
but the fact that I can't remember it that specifically,
And
I think is a big part of it. But I remember really loving it when I watched it, and that is one of the movies that I've listened to the soundtrack a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I don't think it gets up 4.8, 4.9 territory just because it's like other movies have to do more in their second half, you know? I feel like this was able to just devolve into a bloody vampire, which was fun, really fun, but I feel like other movies can do more.
Yeah.
With maybe not that might just be the concept that's bringing that down for me a bit then. But it's just I'm never going to hold this up there with Toy Story with 4.8. I wouldn't put it up there with Toy Story. No.
Yeah, I'm considering, like, on a rewatch, this could be a 5-star movie for me. Like,
That's
I
remember
think
thinking that my first time watching it. I do remember thinking that my first time.
I think it's really incredible, and I remember after the movie, I can't find any issues with it. Thinking about it right now, I can't find any issues with it. But again, I don't remember it super well, so that definitely says
is
something.
my,
but I do remember we saw it at night.
We did, yeah.
It was late.
This was my pick for Best Picture. By the way, I teased it like 3 episodes ago or something. And we didn't say it on the episode. But this is my pick for what Best Picture is going to be, so I'm revealing that.
I agree.
I don't know if you have yours yet, but we'll probably be revealed in a future episode what your Best Picture pick is.
I think it's... I mean...
You gotta wait till they come out, I guess. Sinners might not even be in the running.
Yeah, I think it's probably going to be Sinners.
Freaking better be, man.
Yeah, it better be.
All right, 4.7 and a 4.8. So, if you think about it, we both gave Toy Story 4.8s, right? So this would be our number 2.
Wait. No.
Yeah.
Did we?
9.6. So
it was
yeah.
Oh, you're so
9.6.
right.
So
I thought it was a 9.4. My bad.
So yeah, this is a... Yes, 9.5.
Well, did we both give them the same thing?
I just did the math rather than trying to do this whole thing.
You're right.
I don't know why I didn't do that before. 9.5. I looked down. I was like, "Oh, I can just add the numbers."
Yes, 9.5.
So that would technically place that the number 2 movie of the year if it was an official.
The number 1
film.
movie of the year.
Yeah, number 1 non-re-release movie of the year.
I see. It would come above Wicked.
It would go above
Superman.
Wicked and Superman by 0.5 points.
Yo,
like,
that's
this
my
is
bad.
a big one. Big
My
miss,
bad.
but we got it. We
bad.
knocked it out.
That's why I
Look
kept
it up.
telling G, I was like, we'll do it in the end of the year episode. We'll do it in the end of the year episode.
yeah, you did. It was good.
I promise.
And we're back to Gio in the future one more time. That was our Sinners thoughts. I don't really know what I was gonna say in the outro here. Oh, I gotta take it out like we normally do, right? And with that, I'm Gio. Mara's not here. Join us next time, right after opening weekend, because waiting to talk about movies is clearly not our thing. Oh, I enjoyed that. I really enjoyed that.